Okay, today we're talking toolkits. We're moving beyond that one-size-fits-all AI you've been using and building a specialized set of tools that's going to totally transform your data analysis workflow. So let me ask you this. When a brand new data set lands on your desk, what's your first move? If you're like a lot of people, you turn to a generalist AI like ChatGPT. And look, that's fine, but you might be leaving a ton of speed and precision on the table.
Think of it like this. A generalist AI is kind of like a Swiss Army knife. It can do a lot of things pretty well, but in the world of data analysis, sometimes you don't need a corkscrew. You need a scalpel. And that's where the specialists come in. They're designed to do one thing and do it exceptionally well. That's the secret to working faster and smarter.
So here's the game plan. We're going to walk through a typical data analyst day. We'll start with digging into raw data, then we'll turn that into some slick dashboards. Then we'll talk about actually presenting your findings. And stick around to the end because we've got some bonus tools to round out your kit.
Okay, first things first, you've got this raw data set. Before you can find the story hidden inside, you have to talk to it. You have to ask it questions. And this is exactly where your AI analysis assistants shine.
We're going to look at two really cool options here, Julius AI and Quadratic AI. And the best way to understand the difference is to think about their roles. Julius is like an AI consultant you call in for a specific job. Quadratic, well, that's more like a spreadsheet sidekick who's right there with you in the trenches.
And that distinction, it's everything. A consultant means you're having a very specific conversation. You ask a question, you get a finished report back. But an assistant on the side, that's more of a real-time collaboration. You're working with the tool, not just giving it orders.
So with Julius, you upload your file and you just start talking to it. You can ask, what was our revenue by year? And boom, you get a summary, you get a chart, and here's the really cool part for you data nerds, it gives you the exact Python code it used to get the answer. That's awesome for checking the work or even learning the code yourself.
Now Quadratic's workflow feels totally different. In a good way. You just drag your data into what looks and feels like a regular spreadsheet. It's all right there, live and editable. Then you ask the little AI assistant in the side panel to do some analysis, and the new columns and formulas pop up right in your sheet. It's way more hands-on. Okay, you've interrogated the data, you've found some golden nuggets. The next step is making it all make sense visually. This is where our dashboard dynamos come into play. And trust me, the days of building dashboards chart by painful chart are pretty much over.
I mean, a tool like Bricks AI is it's wild. You upload your data, you click one single button that says Create a Dashboard, and that's it. You don't even have to write a prompt. It just does it.
And the time it takes to build that whole thing, we're talking a few seconds for an entire multi-part dashboard. That's not just an improvement, that's a complete game changer for how fast you can work.
So what do you get in those few seconds? It's not just one chart. It's a whole dashboard with your main KPIs, your revenue and expenses broken down by quarter, even a profit margin calculation. But here's the best part. It's not set in stone. It's a starting point. You can drag, drop, and tweak everything, just like you would in a pivot table. Now, if your company is maybe a little hesitant about jumping on the newest tools, there's a more established player called Zebra BI. This one is trusted by major consulting firms. We're talking the Big Four, and it has similar powerful features, creating dynamic dashboards that can even write out AI-powered explanations for your charts.
All right, so the analysis is done, the visuals are looking sharp. Now for what is honestly the most critical step, communicating it all. It's time to bring in the presentation powerhouses to help you tell a compelling story.
If you need to turn a written analysis into a slick slide deck, Gamma AI is a total lifesaver. You can just feed it a document with your findings, and it doesn't just pull out bullet points, it generates a complete, beautifully designed presentation. And this is crucial, it exports to PowerPoint so your team can still make those last-minute edits.
But a standard slide deck isn't always the right tool for the job. For something more vertical, like a project timeline or a cool infographic, PictoChart AI is your specialist. And what's absolutely amazing is that it can do research. It can literally go online to find data, like historical stock prices, to build out the visual for you.
And hey, let's not forget about first impressions. A tool like Ideogram focuses on one small but vital thing,
making stunning, professional-looking cover pages for your reports. It is incredibly good at blending big, bold text with images, something a lot of other AI image tools really struggle with. It just makes your work look polished from page one. Okay, to finish up, let's look at a few extra specialists that handle tasks around your core analysis, but can add a ton of value to your role. Have you ever had to train an intern or a new team member on a process? Instead of sitting there recording your screen, you can use Synthesia AI. You just type up a prompt or a script, and it generates a whole training video complete with an AI avatar and animated slides. No camera needed. And what about your own personal brand? There's a tool called Lovable AI that can take your resume and in just a few minutes spin up a clean, professional, personal website for you, all with zero coding. Pretty neat. And to bring this all full circle, back to that generalist AI we started with, our source pointed out this fantastic free guide from HubSpot. It's packed with prompt templates for using ChatGPT with Excel and Google Sheets, helping you do specialized tasks like cleaning up messy data or generating complex formulas just by asking in plain English. So, let's do a super quick recap of our new toolkit. For digging into your data, you've got your analysis assistants like Julius and Quadratic. For making it look good, you've got your dashboard dynamos like Bricks and Zebra BI. And for telling the story, you've got presentation powerhouses like Gamma and Pictochart. And that really is the big takeaway here. The goal isn't to find that one, single, perfect AI that does everything. The real advantage, the thing that will set you apart, is building a versatile toolkit of these specialists and knowing exactly which one to pull out for the job at hand. So that just leaves one final question for you to think about. When you look at your own process, from that initial raw data file all the way to the final presentation, which part of your workflow are you going to upgrade with a specialist AI first?